Hello, this is wmpyr. I was basically asked to do a little bit of contribution to a forum, and I checked it out, and I want to help. So I thought it would be better if I posted a video instead of directly posting onto the forum. Okay, I'm going to keep it anonymous because there's no reason for me to list a name, and I don't want to call anyone out. That's not my purpose here. Okay, I'm here to help. So let me talk about eskrima because that's what this is about. Okay, eskrima was brought up on the forum, and they wanted somebody to maybe shed some light on it. So that's what I'm here to do. Okay, so first of all, I teach different martial arts styles, but on YouTube, 90% of what I teach is eskrima slash FMA, Filipino martial arts, and there's a good reason for that. The reason is because for solo training by yourself at home, it is, I've personally found it to be very, very good. A very good style to do that. There's some other styles that it's just very difficult because you need special type of equipment, maybe like a punching bag. That's very difficult to do indoors, or if you live in like an apartment and stuff, it's just difficult to have that kind of space. All right, you don't need any kind of fancy equipment. The only thing you really need is this right here, two eskrima sticks. Basically, like in this case, this is PVC pipe that I just cut in half, and there's a little bit more that was left over that I also cut that, and I use that for training knife type purposes. All right, so this is all that you need, and a little bit of space. Okay, there's other styles that it doesn't necessarily require a partner, but at least at some point in your training, you're gonna need a partner for sure. And it's very like wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's difficult to train by yourself without a partner. Okay, and you're gonna need a mat space and stuff like that. You're gonna want a mat. With eskrima, you don't have to worry about things like that. Okay. Now, keep in mind, though, that if you are training solo at home by yourself in the art of eskrima, you're not doing the complete art. It's a small portion of the art. You will have to do partner training. You will have to use different types of equipment, training equipment and stuff like that. However, training at home by yourself, this is a very good way to start, very convenient and realistic way to start in modern day society because you don't always have a school available, all right? Or if there is, you can't attend it forever, okay? And you might have financial problems or transportation problems or whatnot. So being able to train at home conveniently is a huge strength in eskrima. Also, the other reason is because you don't have to be fit to start training. You just basically pick up the sticks and start by swinging them, okay, and developing hand-eye coordination. That is more important. That's what we start off with, developing the control rather than, how energetically, how strong can you swing the stick, how fit you are, how much power can you put in. All that comes later, all right? So you could focus on the hand-eye development first as a beginner and the control so you don't destroy things in your house. You don't hit the ceiling fan. You don't hit the wall or the window, so controlled movements, okay? So you don't have to be fit. There's some other styles like MMA. You go to an MMA gym and, man, not only do you have to learn the techniques, you're going to be doing drills, exercises, and you're going to be sparring. And the conditioning, you have to be fit too. It's maybe too much for a beginner, so it can be overwhelming, okay? Those are all fantastic styles, wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA. I'm just saying that for solo training at home, all right, eskrima is very convenient. That's all I'm saying, okay? Okay, so now let me talk about what is the eskrima, at least the eskrima that I teach. Okay, what is it, all right? And basically, you're going to start off with two sticks. Like I said, it's the art of wielding two sticks simultaneously without getting your hands tangled up or without hurting yourself. We also train with single stick, okay? But people mistake that as that it's only a stick art, and it's not, okay? Filipino martial arts is blade culture, all right? It is a blade culture, so that's from my understanding, and I practice with machetes, all right, short swords, swords, knives. Knife is my specialty, all right, but so there's a lot of blade weapons involved. The other thing is what a lot of people also mistake is that they think that Filipino martial arts is a weapons only martial art, and that's not true. There is the empty hand aspect, and we teach that as well. And what it is the stuff that you learn with the double sticks or single stick is meant to be applied into empty hand. All right, so there is an empty hand aspect. All right, there's sticks, and then there's bladed weapons, and then last but not least, there's also improvised weapons. Okay, that we do. So these movements that we learn and practice, we translate them into things like the tomahawk, which is not a normal weapon that we use, knives, belt, baseball cap, comb, a wrench, a folding umbrella, various kinds of tools that you could find in your house like that. So that is the art of improvised weapons. Okay, so we also practice that as well. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about is when I looked at the forum, okay, I noticed a lot of style bashing going on. In particular, Aikido and Taekwondo was being attacked, all right? And really, I feel that people need to get away from that kind of thinking because it's very rude, disrespectful, and unprofessional. Okay, so I would like to offer my way of thinking, all right, as regards to different styles out there. And I think the reason why, all right, people think this way, okay, and then they start going, this style is good, this style is bad, all right, and you start dividing it up like that and you start saying stuff like this, okay. The reason why people do that is because they are thinking from a consumer point of view, and they view martial arts styles as a product. Okay, so I think that's the problem right there. Because let's change the point of view. Okay, because it's a little bit different. All right, so like for example, a TV. All right, you buy a TV at the store because you want to watch TV at home, right? So you buy it, you bring home the TV, and you hook it up, and you expect to be able to watch television, all right? In martial arts, I think the way people are seeing it is like, I'm buying classes, okay? So you sign up, you enroll to a school, so you buy classes, and you're learning martial arts, therefore you're going to be able to defend yourself on the street, okay? That's what people are thinking, okay? And that is, to me, the wrong mentality, because if you buy a class, then the only guarantee that you should have is that you're going to get that class, all right? Not whether it's going to work on the street, or you're going to be able to defend yourself, or you're going to be able to become a good fighter, or you're going to be some kind of badass, all right? The only guarantee is you paid for a class, you're going to get the class. So it'd be messed up that if you paid for the class and the instructor's not there, or the school's not open, all right, the doors are closed, that would be messed up. Okay, so that's what should happen. You pay for a class, you get the class. All right. Another example, okay, that I could give you is like, let's say a Rolex. Okay, someone that buys a Rolex because they feel like if I buy a Rolex, people are going to treat me with respect. All right, so they buy a Rolex. There's no guarantee that you're going to be treated with respect if you buy a Rolex. In fact, you might even get jumped and mugged because you're wearing a Rolex, okay? That's the opposite of respect, all right? So martial arts is kind of like that, okay? You start training in martial arts, there's no guarantee about, that kind of stuff, okay? All you're doing is you're training, and being able to apply that to the street, there's a huge gap, all right? Same with a person who's buying a Rolex. You buy a Rolex, you're getting a Rolex. That's it. Whether you're going to be treated well or treated badly, okay? Who knows, all right? There's a lot of factors also involved. Now, there's a high chance that you could be treated with respect, but it's also other factors are going to come in. How do you speak? How do you dress? How do you carry yourself? Those other things are going to, make a big part of that as well. It's not just all about the Rolex. So same with martial arts. Okay, so for instance, okay, let's say I get a Navy SEAL, all right, and I teach this guy who's a Navy SEAL, I teach him eskrima, okay? And then we also get a guy who plays video games all day long. Okay, so he's a gamer. That's what he is. He's a gamer, and I teach this guy eskrima as well. We have both of them walk down a dark alley, separate times, all right? Who do you think is going to have a better chance of survival? Obviously, the Navy SEAL, right? Okay, they both learn the same style. So in that sense, style almost, it doesn't matter, all right? The UFC today is about the individual, okay? So it's not so much about the style, it's about what are you going to put into the style? How much are you going to practice? You know, what you put in is what you get out. So that is a lot more important, okay, than thinking, oh, this style, what can this style do for me? You know, that's not the way to go, because I have met people who have been training in terrible, crappy styles, but the guy's a fantastic martial artist. He can fight really well. The guy's awesome, all right? On the flip side, I've also met guys, all right, who are in a world-renowned, prestigious martial arts school, yet they suck, okay? Their personality sucks, and their skill sucks, okay? So it doesn't guarantee anything, all right? So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. I think that more importantly is to be able to have the attitude that no matter what style I learn, no matter what style comes my way, I can benefit from it, okay? Give me the crappiest style, and I could make that work, all right? Why? Because I'm solid, all right? So that's what this is about. Make yourself solid. So instead of making excuses where you go, the style sucks, the technique sucks, the instructor sucks, the school sucks, the equipment sucks. Those are all excuses, you know? So work on yourself, you know, work on yourself so that no matter what style you study, you're going to be good. So that's my recommendation. Thank you for watching, and take care.